Today we're going to do some postures for strong and flexible hips. So if our hips are good, then it's going to help with our posture and fluidity of the body. It's going to help to release things like lower back pain, sciatic pain. You might find as well that we're quite imbalanced in our hips, so when you're doing the posture you find one side might be better than the other, so it's good to kind of work to try and redress that balance. It's also said that we carry a lot of emotional tension in our hips, so it's good to get that released. So come to the mat and join me. So we're going to start with a little warm-up exercise. So we're going to lay back on the mat. The heels are on the mat, the knees are just in front at hip distance. And then we're going to inhale to take the knees out to the side. Exhale to bring them in. Inhale, push into the feet and lift the buttocks off the mat. Really squeeze up through your pelvic floor and exhale down. And then just repeat that through. Inhale to open the knees into our butterfly pose. Exhale, bring the knees together. Inhale, push into the feet, squeeze the knees together and lift the lower back and the buttocks off the mat. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze that core and exhale down. So we're just moving with the breath, just that nice fluid movement, warming up the inner thigh, the hips, the groin, all connected. So it's really good just to give them a nice workout. So really squeeze up through that pelvic floor, really good to strengthen the pelvic floor area. So just moving with the breath, inhaling, knees out, exhale, knees in. Inhale, push up, squeeze up, feel that on the back of your hamstrings too, and then exhale down. So really nice just to get everything moving and fluid before we start our postures. So obviously you can do this for longer than I'm doing it. Really slow, controlled movement. Oh, you'll really feel it when you push those knees together. It's a great exercise, this. Oh, for strengthening all those lower body muscles. And then come back to centre and then just bring the knees into the chest. And then we're going to just take that right knee to the chest, that left leg out, and just pulse the knee into the chest just to warm up that hip joint. So just pulsing the shoulders, the head are just released on the mat. So just gentle pulses. And then swap. Again, you can do this for longer. Just pause the video and just do it for longer. So just gentle pulsing that knee into the chest just to warm up that hip joint. The shoulders are relaxed down on the mat. The neck's relaxed. And then just release. Then bring the knees up. Cross the feet and roll yourself up to a seated position. And we're going to come into our downward facing dog. So we just check our alignment. Wrists are under shoulders at shoulder distance with the fingers spread, knees and hips in line. Inhale, turn the back toes up, and then exhale, push the knees off the mat, push that tailbone up, and exhale, push the feet down. And then from here, we're going to come into a three-legged dog. So on the inhale, we take that right leg up into the air, really take it up into the air, push the heel down of that left leg. Just make sure that you're evenly distributed between your hands so that your shoulders haven't moved when we tuck the leg up. Really stretch up. And then exhale, bring that right foot forward, coming into our low lunge Anjayasana. Just really push into that back foot to really lengthen that and strengthen that leg to really open the hip. And just breathe in the posture, making sure that that knee and ankle are in line. Lift tall through your spine, take that gaze forward and just push through. Feel that hip opening, that hip flexor working, really lovely stretch. And then we're gonna inhale, take that right leg back up and then back down. And then we do the same on the other side. So our three-legged dog, taking that left leg up on the inhale, really stretch it up, make sure you're even through your hands, push down with that right heel, really stretch, and as you exhale, bring that foot through into our low lunge. So trying to keep that back knee off the ground, but if you're really struggling, just take the knee down. So just really stretch through, take that gaze forward. Oh, really feel that release as the hips start to open. And just breathe into the stretch. Try and hold for at least about 5 breaths, pushing back through that heel. And then taking that left foot back up and then exhale down and then just release the knees. So we're going to come into a dragon pose. So this is a great hip opener. In fact, we're going to make it a twisted dragon. So we come forward again and we bring that right foot forward. But this time, instead of in between the hands, it's on the outside of the right hand. So the knee and ankle are in line and the foot is in line with the arm. And we just turn that foot out about 45 degrees and then just lower down, pushing that back leg down as far as you can make it. So this is the first stage of our dragon pose. You'll really feel it on your hip flexors, your inner thighs. So to add the twist, there's a couple of different levels. So you can just twist, just taking a hold of that, or you can twist taking that right arm up. Or if you want to intensify, you can come down onto your elbow and then take that twist on the knee, or take that right arm up. So really lovely, intense posture, really opening that hip, really strengthening our hips. And just breathe in the stretch. And just try and hold it for as long as you can. Just breathing in and out through the nose. Lovely, lovely posture. And then exhale to come down, come back to that central position. Then take that leg back and then push back into frog pose. So big toes together, knees out quite wide at the edges of the mat, and just come onto your elbows. So into our frog pose, Mandukasana. Oh, feel that release on the inner thighs, a really nice stretch for the hips. And then we're going to come up and do the other side. So coming back to a tabletop position, bring that left foot forward, making sure that the ankle and heel are in line. Turn the foot out 45 degrees. Just take that right leg further down. So just really stretch out, bring it down as low as you can. And then you can either stay in this position or you can add the twist. So again, just staying on one arm or taking that left arm up. Or if you want to intensify, coming down onto your elbow and taking that twist. So different options for you to try. And if you are very tight in your hips, you might not be able to hold this for too long. But the more you do it, the more you're going to get that fluidity into that area. We get a lot of tightness, particularly if we do a lot of sitting down, that can create a lot of tightness in our hips. And then exhale, release that hand, come back, and then exhale, and then just push back to that frog pose. So it's nice to just take that rest in between the postures just for the body to reset and restore. And then slowly coming up and then bringing the feet around. So I'm going to show you a stretch on the legs now. So again, a couple of different levels for this. So first level will be just to have one foot over the left. So, and then we just kind of lean forward into the stretch, or, coming wherever your hands reach. If you want to intensify that, then we bring this left leg under. So the knees are stacked over each other, the sides of the feet are out. Lift tall through the spine. If you are doing this level, make sure that you're equally rooted down onto your sitting bones, that you're not kind of leaning either way. If you are, then it's probably better just to leave the extended leg out. And this might be enough of a stretch for you, so you can stay here. If you want to intensify it, then take an inhale and then exhale, fold yourself over. So you can take your hands on your knees, onto the mat, just whatever feels good for you. Oh, you'll feel that release deep in the hips. Send that oxygen down to where you feel that tightness. Get that oxygen in to release those muscles. And then slowly lift up, and then just release the legs out and give them a shake. So this time that right leg is going to come underneath, and then the left leg is going to come on top. So if you find that this isn't right for you, then this time that right leg would be extended out just to keep yourself lifted. But if you can, coming in to the full posture. So knees are stacked over each other, the sides of the feet are on the mat. So this is the other half of our Gomukhasana pose, cow-faced pose. And again, if you want to just stay here, just feel that nice stretch, then stay here. And again, like I say, it will feel very different this from one side to the other. So it's good that we're working them to get that even distribution in the hips, gives that better fluidity and posture. So you can exhale, come forward, bringing the chin down to the mat or taking the hands to the mat, just whatever feels comfortable for you. Just feel that lovely stretch on the back of the legs, all on the hips and the glutes, really lovely. And just send that oxygen there, that fresh energy, that vitality. And then slowly, slowly lifting up, uncross the feet, and just give those legs a shake. And I hope your legs are feeling a little bit more loosened now. I will come back with some more postures, so look out for my part 2 on the hips. Thank you. Namaste.